Let them know who's in the building.
Other thing go, Saucegod. Don't forget the 242. Saucegod242.
All the way,
Yeah, man.
represented.
Big up, big up. Big up all the fans out there.
Alright. Hey, y'all. I know y'all can't see him right now, but trust me, he represented it. He got the vibe and he got the fashion down. Pop, my boy, come clean today. Solid. So, how long you been doing this music thing, man? Where did it start and what was it for you? Where did it start?
I'd say from school time, but if you ask a lot of my peers or people who been to school with me, they wouldn't recognize me for doing music because they had a little shy thing about me. But like after I branch off from school, I started taking it seriously. So I say about 2 or 3 years ago, I've been actually trying to build my brand and make a name for myself.
If you don't mind me asking, what school was that?
Big up government high school, class out then.
Alright. Big up to the Magics.
Yeah, Magics. Yeah.
Alright, big ups. And but I would say the same thing for myself. I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people don't know or would realize it, but I was really shy in school. Like I mean, we was talking about it off air, and you were saying you didn't believe that.
I beg to differ. You look like you always had that confidence.
But it was like this kind of thing. It was like, mind you, it was something that I was trying, but I still was like, wait, I don't know how. I was really self-conscious about how other people would feel about what I was trying to do. So I definitely understand where you're coming from, where you was like, but yeah, I started off from this,
Yeah.
But coming out of school was where, yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, but I feel like it was always in me in terms of I was always influenced by not just one genre of music, Like I was listening to all facets of music. And I just was inspired, and I think that forced me to actually want to be like those people I was inspired by.
All right, so speaking of that, what would you say is your sound of music? Because I don't want to give people too much of the taste, right? But yeah. I can say you have like this Afrobeat kind of vibe going. Different kind of taste.
With that, like up until like I told you, like the last 3 years, I've been trying to take it serious. I've been trying to brand myself as a Afro artist, but I've been trying to put my own little twist on it in terms of even in my name, how I don't leave with the 242.
Yeah.
I've been like,
intentional with.
Yeah, no matter how far I take it, I still want to attach myself to, my own brand.
Hey, and you know why I commend that so much? Because a lot of people don't have history about South. A lot of people don't remember that day. We did come here on a boat. I grabbed them and whoever them ancestors, they were African. It's really solid how you making that connection because there is a connection.
And to be honest with you, like I say, it started from school. I couldn't really sit down and compose a full song like lyric. I mean, for each chorus and stuff like that. But it wasn't up until like I got introduced to the Afro beat. It's so easy to write, and I don't mean like pen and paper write. Like I could just vibe to So that's funny.
So that's you.
Yeah, that's me.
All right, y'all continue to keep it locked. We got Saucegod in the building. This is the weekend with Blinding Lights. Boom. That's the first one. We can run Sky Juice.
Yeah,
we can run Sky Juice because that's the one. Well, I think we have the next one. But I ain't sure. But I saw Sky Juice in here recently. But I know your one, Soldier.
Yeah.
That's so flicking bad, but I love that song. But like, there's so like
yeah.
No one makes it where I'm from, dog. That bad, baby. That bad, bro. So, but I commend I on everything that you're doing, baby, because like that, like I said, I'll talk about this off air, but like. It is a connection, but like to make that, I want you to know for sure, bro. Continue to do that because when you make that connection worldwide, they can't say you acting as somebody else because we have an Afro history. You see, they say the same thing with the black people in the UK. You can't tell them not to dabble into their African roots when they doing their thing because, but they have that's them.
That's our inheritance. Yeah.
What you saying?
Finish?
No, not yet. You.
No, I need the password.
AMCT?
Yeah.
9400.
AMCT. With big A or what?
Small A.
All small?
Yeah.
But it ain't connecting to.
I can type it to you, and then you can just copy and paste it and send it to them.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Demi Lovato and Marshmello with It's Okay Not to Be Okay. And we got a special guest in the building, like I told you already. Saucegod is in the place.
Another thing go.
What's going on, bro? What's going on? How things?
Rachel, man, Rachel, you know.
How would you say the pandemic has treated you, like, like mentally, or I mean, we know everybody ain't at the corner right now. Financially, we all took a hit, but how was it for you as a creative during this pandemic? Was it, because a lot of people would say that, oh, I was doing so much, like writing a lot or whatever like that, but then some people wasn't even in that kind of space to do it. So how was it for you during this pandemic, like just as a person?
I like your question. That's a beautiful question. and that, like, you have, as an artist who are actually trying to build a platform.
Yeah.
You have so much planned out. Like, you have your year planned out in terms of what you want to release, in terms of projects and stuff like that. With all of that, I had to kind of take it back a little bit, because you ain't really had the financial thing.
Yeah.
So you had the
economy just say.
Yeah. So you had the. But still, even with whatever budget I had, I still took the loss and tried to, still put in the work, You see, so you can't but one thing, it made me look at this, to focus more on the music, in terms of, you just have to find other creative ways to push your thing without paying $1K for a video or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you really had to, you know what I mean? And with the pandemic, I wrote a whole album. My album will be dropping next year.
Yeah.
Entitled Ghetto Picnic. I want people. I don't really want to talk about it too much, because in 2021, so God's best life. I think even like after I drop The World Is Yours, that Ghetto Picnic, that could really give you the fullness of
Saucegod242.
Alright, then don't forget the 242.
Alright, I ain't gonna forget it, trust me. I ain't gonna forget it. Tell us about Sky Juice, man. Tell us where that vibe come from, what inspired you.
That's a funny thing. With the Sky Juice, I remember being little and watching Gin and Coconut Water on Sadness, the Bahama track. I was like astonished, I was amazed. Even in my recent interviews, I had an interview with, I think, Support Artist Friday a couple of years ago, and I was telling her that track, like that, just it was just amazing to see your people in the spotlight.
Yeah,
in terms of globally, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I always had that, that eagerness to say, put my culture on. You see,
I got you 100%.
And with the Sky Juice, I initially wrote it. It was supposed to be a trap song. I didn't really tap into the Afro beats yet. So when I wrote it, it was supposed to be like a trap vibe, same lyrics and everything. But then I kind of stumbled into the Afro beats, and I was like, wow, this is the perfect vessel for me to do my thing, you know what I mean? And it worked. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite, but a lot of people like it.
But that's a big tune. This is Saucegod with Sky Juice. Y'all continue to keep it locked. He's in the building. Oh, because how the computer did.
Yeah.
That was about to end just now, but we can come right back in. This will be the last one, and then you can just tell them where to find you and everything like that. And then we go. That will be it. But we can continue off of that same thing. But because that's very interesting for you to say that, but I can show you why right now. More Entertainment is here on More 94. That was Saucegod with that Sky Juice. Sky Juice. Hey, ain't nothing that's having more like up the Sky.
Real dog.
Nice letting, boy. let me change the subject. But you was speaking about representation just now on like being able to see your own do their thing, right? Now, for me, when I was younger, even though it wasn't us, I think this is what kind of was like a representation for me, right? on tempo.
Yeah.
Wait, for me to see music videos from Sean Paul and Marsha
I ain't gonna
Montano.
lie. That's an interesting fact.
Wait,
Yeah, that, yeah.
because and when I was younger, I used to have my hair shingled like as a young boy, and then I
Yeah.
used to have my hair braided at times.
Yeah.
So whenever I used to see Sean Paul or Marsha Montano, I used to feel like that was me, to be honest.
Exactly.
And my cousins them used to be hyping me up to like dance to the
Yeah,
songs
yeah,
and thing, and
yeah.
wait, and I felt like that was me, to be honest. And that's a serious thing by
Yeah.
finding that inspiration and seeing that, wait, you know, the Bahaman doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do that one day. Or
You do it.
like imagine, like and that's why I think about the industry and I think about, wait, if it wasn't, trust me, believe it or not, there is someone out there looking at you and they are saying that, boy, I want to do music too. So
You do it.
I think about it like, if we didn't have Bahaman, then we might have not ever have who? Let's think we might have never had we could just name upon names, and if we didn't have people like Ronnie Butler, then we wasn't have this one, and if we didn't have, like, you see what I'm saying? So it's important for you to continue to do you, and for us to continue to look back and see and be inspired by all the other greats that was there before us.
You do.
Like that's a serious thing. But man, that Sky Juice track, I'm mad we couldn't play the so. But what I can need you to do is tell them where to find that track. Tell them where to find you and tell them where to find all of your music.
Saucegod242 for everything. So once you type me up on YouTube, all my videos and my content will pop up.
Alright, and y'all, by the way, speaking of content, capital Q, man. I mean, quality content. Y'all are gonna see some very great videos. Y'all are gonna have great quality music. Y'all already had the Sky Juice, and I can put y'all onto one. That one named So Y'all can check that one out, alright? Sauce, thank you so much for coming through.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much for coming through. Y'all, we got the music experience coming up next. I gotta give a big special shout out to CBS Bahamas. They making things easier because I know where all this traffic coming from, but they are now doing island-wide delivery. $5, no minimums, no limits, no restrictions, none of that. Just go online because we clicking to buy in 2020. CBSBahamas.com. Go on their website to see any one of their things which you're trying to shop for, the appliances, tools, kitchenware, and more. Go and check it out, all right? CBS Bahamas. And I got one last thought before I go, and that is nothing external. We'll deliver the inner peace you're seeking, and once you find that out, you will now be free. You won't have to agree with what the masses say. Let go of the need of approval because it's okay to be successful in your own world only. It's your boy Bohemian Trade. Me and Sauce God are about to sign out, but hey, music experience coming up next. Father Dex is in the booth. Y'all get ready. This is Superstation. More Entertainment is always here on More 94.
They use bed for this, but that comes so natural.
Respect me.
Wow.
Respect me, bro. Respect. I just started to get into this and freaking